Welcome back to Final Trade. This is an unboxing 6 months in the making. Regrettably, it is not a smart door lock, but I think you're going to enjoy it. It's a pretty good story to go along with it. And at the very end, I will break down what all of this cost me, and we'll find out. Now, I'm probably going to have to do a little bit of editing on here. There's probably going to be huge amounts of personal information. We'll see what we can do. It's a box of boxes. Wow. I hope you got a drink before this started, because it may take a little while. Okay, that looks like it. Let's get going. How exactly do you end up with a box of boxes for stuff like this, you might ask? Well, all of this stuff came off of CardMarket, which is basically like the European equivalent of TCG Player. Because I was looking around earlier this year at various cards I wanted, and I thought, well, I wonder what it looks like on the European market. And it turns out there's a decent amount of price arbitrage you could do between those markets. The problem is the shipping and trust and things like that. But I had a friend who was in Europe at the time, and so they received these and they brought these and brought them to me. What do we have? Oh, some just junk cards to keep things from getting scratched. Oh boy. Let's see what we got here. 1995, so that's 4th edition. Couple very nice. Very nice. GD. Yeah, they have a different rating system they use. So that one's a little more worn. Still pretty nice. All right. Near mint. This is 5th edition when they changed the picture. Those look really good. Probably just about pack fresh. And then this is from Dual Dax or something. Most of these look about unplayed. I mean, a little bit of chipping. Some random foreign cards. Looks like French, possibly. Let's see what else we got. 5th edition VO Near Mint. I wonder what this all means. Yeah, so some scratches on the surface of these. So, at the time, I was really interested in acquiring some more copies of Crusade because it's one of those cards that's just kind of nostalgic and important to me that I just really love. I played it a lot when I was a kid, and it was a card I spent a lot of effort trying to get a 4-copy playset of in high school. And now that I kind of have money to just kind of screw around with this, I thought, I should buy some more copies. Ooh, those are pretty rough. Revised. 3 kind of rough revised copies with the beautiful washed out color. And so I thought, maybe I'll see what the market looks like. So I went out on eBay and I started looking around, and well, eBay's it's kind of a nice marketplace, but in terms of quantity, but in terms of efficiency, it's pretty bad. There's a lot wrong with eBay in terms of market efficiency. And I bought some Crusades on there, but they were just way too expensive, and the pricing just wasn't consistent, and so eventually I had the idea to start looking on CardMarket. Those look really nice. And found that, hey, it would be a lot cheaper, and I mean a lot cheaper, because when everything went sideways in 2020 and WotC was like, we gotta throw some cards on the altar and sacrifice them, and they sacrificed Crusade, CardMarket did not follow the way TCG Player does. Because if you go on TCG Player today and you try to find copies of Stone Throwing Devils and Invoke Prejudice and Crusade, and I forget what the other ones were. Jihad and a couple others. If you try to find those on TCG Player today, it's like they never existed. I mean, they've been written out of the timeline. And so there is no functional, good, efficient market for those cards in the US. But on CardMarket in Europe, they've kept them available. And so you have proper price discovery for these cards, for Crusade and the rest. And so it turns out that in the absence of proper price discovery, the market becomes even more efficient, especially when it's run on eBay. And the prices are much higher in the US. Now, again, you have the problem of you need somebody who can get these to you. And yeah, I know there's various mail forwarding services. Boy, they are a mess. I mean, if you think you're going to go through those, you need to do a lot of research first, making sure you understand the pitfalls of mail forwarding services. They can work, no doubt, but it's not a guaranteed thing. It's not risk-free. And so, ooh, nice. Give me some modern furniture. Oh, no, it's apartment listings. Very nice. So you can go that way, but I just, I was lucky to have a friend who actually offered himself to help me out with this. And so I had them shipped to him in Europe, and now he's returned to the US, and he shipped them on to me. But frankly, you can get these for a fraction of the cost in the US that you can in Europe. These are slightly played, a little bit of scuffing, more beautiful 4th edition. I love that artwork. And so I went on one night and I got all my accounts set up and everything, figured out what the foreign exchange fees would be, all that stuff. And man, CardMarket is ridiculous with trying to buy stuff, because if you try to buy more than 4 copies of something, some of the dealers have restrictions. Those are scuffed up pretty good. Some 5th editions. 6th edition used the same artwork, and then they basically stopped printing this except for that dual deck version later on. And so CardMarket makes it kind of a pain. Their interface just kind of stinks, and the rules stink. And, but you can get through it and pay your foreign exchange fees and all the rest, and eventually get your cards. And man, if you can find the right cards to do some price arbitrage on, you can really get a good deal. So what we got? Foreign. What are you doing? Nobody wants foreign language cards. I was very careful in all of my purchasing to filter out all foreign language cards, so that stinks. A couple more beautiful 4th editions. Man, somebody was serious about that packaging. But a lot of these versions from the dual decks, they run like 50 cents each on CardMarket. And when you get on eBay in the US looking for them, they can run $3, $4, $5, $6, $7, depending on just how many are out there at a time to be had. Oh man, and a lot of these are absolute, some of them are absolutely fresh, like they were pulled out of those dual decks and then parted out and sold here. So, eventually I'll probably start listing some of these on eBay, but the prices are just unbelievable on CardMarket for this kind of stuff that's inefficient. But, you have to always be looking out for deals like that in a market. See what you can find where either you have an opportunity that other people don't. Yeah, here's another. Looks like French again. look for opportunities you have that other people don't. Look for arbitrage opportunities that other people aren't realizing. So, you know, eventually I think I'll turn some money on this. And at the end of this video, I'll break down what I actually paid for all of these. So, there you go. It's beautiful old cards. You know, WotC really took some stupid steps that made the market very inefficient for this card. And I think sometimes when you see that kind of opportunity, you just go for it. And hopefully in the future, I can turn around and sell a lot of these. I'll keep some of them for my own collection, but I plan to sell a lot of them and see what I can do. So if you like this kind of thing, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'm going to go ahead and show a breakdown right after this for what my cost was. Thanks a lot. All right, and to break down what I paid for all those copies of Crusade, I had 3 revised for a total of $20. These are prices for this many. It's not price each. So it was $20 for 3 revised. These were all the individual 4th edition orders I made for a total of $93 for 20 copies. 5th edition, $29 for 20 copies. 6th edition, I only got 2 copies for $4.22 total. And the dual deck version, 65 copies for $53. These are America bucks after you convert from euros at what the exchange rate was at the time. These are all the different shipping fees I had to pay and the transaction fee to do the currency exchange at the time. So it was a total of $48 of fees. And then what I did is I said, well, that $48 of fees divided amongst the 110 total cards I bought would be 44 cents of fees for each. And then I took the average price, say here the average price of 65 cards for $53 total. They were 82 cents average each. And then I said plus that 44-cent fee amount per card. And so what you come out with is the total average per card for each set, revised $7, 4th edition $5, 5th edition about $2, 6th edition $2.50, and the dual decks were about $1.25 each. And the grand total was about $250 to get 110 copies. So, you know, that's pretty favorable against the current eBay prices in America. You can find copies of this shipped from Europe, but the shipping will typically be $12 or $20 each. Just unbelievable shipping rates, obviously, to get across an ocean and then across a continent. So doing this all in bulk at once, the prices were really great. And at some point, I can turn around and especially these dual deck ones, since they are not retro frame and I don't care much about them, I can turn around and just start selling some of them slowly on eBay at my leisure. So these are the kind of arbitrage opportunities you can look for, and keep this in mind. If you have a friend who can collect all these in Europe for you and mail them back to you, thanks a lot, buddy. If you like this kind of thing, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and join me on Final Trade.